Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder thought they'd be together forever, but their forever only lasted 4 years. When the hottest couple of the early 90s split up, the whole world wanted to know why. The reason ended up being the same thing that brought them together: their rising fame. Before Johnny and Winona met, they were each already popular in their own right, and both of them differed a lot from the Hollywood elite. They seemed too eccentric to fit in. So, when their paths crossed and they fell in love, it was a bombshell of note. The media and people who shipped the couple started following their every move closely.
Everyone's whispering, gossip is gossip, and gossip is what you see kind of ruin a lot of people who aren't strong enough to take it.
At first, the public attention didn't bother Depp and Ryder too much. They were so madly in love that they didn't try to hide their happiness. In fact, both Johnny and Winona opened up about their joy to the media. Like when Depp shared how he felt upon meeting Ryder for the first time.
A classic glance, like the zoom lenses in West Side Story, and everything else gets foggy.
When the pair met, Winona was 17 and innocent. The actor became her first true love, her first everything. When I met Johnny, I was a pure virgin. He changed all that. My first real kiss, my first real boyfriend, my first fiancé. In contrast, Depp was 26 and had a broken marriage and 2 failed engagements behind him. But neither the age gap nor their different life experiences could stop the fireworks between them. As they became closer, Winona was surprised to discover Johnny's shy and gentle side. The couple just got each other, without having to say a word. And when it came to their careers, they were each other's biggest supporters. Winona was devastated when a casting director said she wasn't pretty enough for a role. But Depp was there to help her believe in herself again. When people called her a witch after her role in Beetlejuice, Johnny was by her side too. Later, Winona and Johnny poured their delicate love into the movie Edward Scissorhands.
But it actually was really great because I'm with him. Usually, it's long-distance phone calls every night and missing each other, but he was right there, so it was really great.
Like their characters, they were different from the mainstream. And similar to their on-screen personas, when they found each other, it was them against the world. Their love story was a sweet one. Instead of your usual movie and dinner, they read beat poetry together, visited bookshops, and listened to records in bed. Depp even got himself an arm tattoo that read Winona Forever. They were so happy together that they got engaged after just 5 months. Yet their romance wasn't theirs only because of their fame.
It's not about the work anymore. It's not about films, it's not about, it becomes this kind of showboat thing. This sort of society of ambulance chasers who are fascinated with, your personal life.
According to Winona, they had to learn to live like spies, go to places separately and leave them separately. Eventually, the media pressure became too much to handle. The couple lost their peace, and their love turned into a casualty of the paparazzi. Johnny took the blame for the breakup and cited his candor with the media as a contributor.
It's very hard to have a personal life in this town. It was my mistake to be as open as we were. Instead, it fed the curiosity monster, gave people license to feel they were part of it.
The couple didn't even get the luxury of healing in private. Their love drama was on every front page and everyone wanted juicy details. Breakups are hard for anybody, but it's particularly tough when it's being documented and you see the person's picture everywhere. But the worst was still ahead. Without Johnny, Winona's life seemed to fall apart.
And I saw myself on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, and it said something like, Winona Ryder, the luckiest girl in the world. And it broke my heart.
The 22-year-old actress succumbed to addictions, and it all snowballed. Once, she even caused a fire in her hotel room after falling asleep with a cigarette in her hand. Later, she was arrested for shoplifting, and her career came to a standstill. The worst part was, she felt she couldn't talk about her real feelings. Because she made a lot of money, many people would judge her for complaining.
There I was, in so much pain, and feeling so confused, feeling so lost in my life. I wasn't allowed to complain because I was so lucky,
But it wasn't only Winona who struggled with the loss. Director Tim Burton said Depp would often cry on the set of Ed Wood, and that it was hard to be around his grief. Burton felt like Winona had taken Johnny's soul with her, and Depp was never his old self again after losing Ryder. Depp later confessed that he drank heavily even while filming projects. Still, it seemed like Johnny was doing a better job of moving on. His career kept on growing. What's more, Depp went on to have more than one serious relationship, had 2 children, and even a marriage. As for Winona, Depp remained her one and only ex-fiancé. She never got engaged or married after they split, although she's been with her current partner for the past decade. Ryder has learned an important lesson. She's guarding her private life intensely. In contrast, Depp didn't quite manage to do the same. His split from Vanessa Paradis made headlines, and then his ex, Amber Heard, forced him back into the public eye and court after she accused him of harming her. Considering Winona's history, she didn't even want the smallest part of her personal life out in the open ever again. Yet, she made an exception to the rule when she heard Johnny was in trouble. After all the years that had passed, Ryder rushed to Depp's defense by speaking up for him. She made it clear that the Johnny she had known wouldn't hurt a fly, much less one of his partners. Their fairy tale love couldn't withstand the ultimate test: unwanted public attention. It goes to show that love lasts longer without spectators. Don't allow anyone to ruin your happiness.